Hello guys, welcome back. This is Luis. So in the previous video we had our backup failing, and then the response we got is that backup failed to complete. This is because there is not enough disk space to create the volume that is required. Now, it's not that we don't have enough space. This is why the backup failed. Our system has an EFI partition system, and for Windows Server backup to work, it needs to create what we call shadow copies of the various volumes on the volumes themselves. And this EFI partition that is on our system does not have enough space for the shadow copies to be created on it. So this is not an issue of the location where we are backing up to, but then it's an issue of a particular volume that is being backed up that does not have enough space on it for the shadow copies to be created on it. So let's take a look at this. Now, when I click the File Explorer here, and then I right click on the local disk C, then I go to Properties, then I select Shadow Copies. You notice that there is a volume at the top here. This volume here, that's the EFI partition volume. Now this volume here, when I go to Settings, has a storage of just 32 megabytes. It has a storage of 32 megabytes that is being allocated for the shadow copies, and it is creating the shadow copies on the same volume. This is why our backup failed. So if I should change the location for the shadow copies to maybe the volume C, and say that this volume should create its shadow copies on the volume C, then the problem is going to be solved. Then we can increase this to maybe 500 MB. That should be the limit it should have for its shadow copies. Then this is going to solve our problem. So I can click OK here, and then I can click OK. So what we've done is we've changed the location where the shadow copies for this volume are going to be stored. So we go back to the Windows Server backup. We already have a notification that our backup failed. So we are going to go through the backup process again. So backup once, next, next, next. So the drive E, next. We have to OK it, next. Then I click back up. Then I click back up. Now, with what we have done, we are not supposed to get any errors. If you get any error, leave me a comment and then tell me what the error is about so we can go over some few troubleshooting tricks. So it's creating the shadow copies of the volumes, and if you take a look here, for now it says backup not started, but once it starts, preparing media to back, so backup in progress, so it has started backing up the various volumes. Now this is going to take some time depending on the size of the volumes you are backing up, and so I am going to pause the recording here, or I'm just going to end the video here, and then when our backup is done, we will meet in the next video, and then we will have a discussion, take a look at what was backed up, and then probably look at how to recover or restore our backup. With the recovery, we will go through some various recovery models. We will look at bare metal recovery, where we'll have to restore the entire operating system. Then we will look at system state recovery, where we look at how to restore only the active directory and then some of the core files for the operating system to run. Then we will also look at file and folder recovery. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.